Starting Tosh Detergents was a traditional heritage. I learned how to make detergents from my mother. During lockdown, I had so much time to sit and reflect. How is it that I feel as an individual regarding my purpose? And it was during that time that I found fulfillment in making detergents and making soap. And that's how I started manufacturing the detergents.
When we started YouGrow, we were very clear on the fact that there is a global challenge around economic participation of women. There were issues around structural barriers as well as internal barriers.
Most of the challenges that we face as women entrepreneurs in a male-dominated sector, they always feel like you are representing somebody. You are not the owner of the business. It's a barrier that we still need to break.
Hi, how are you? YouGrow is a tech-driven platform supporting women to break their internal barriers so that they're able to drive high-impact goals. Our partnership with Nedbank has really been, how do we support female entrepreneurs to drive growth?
Our purpose as an organization is about utilizing our financial expertise to do good. And this is for individuals, for businesses, and for society at large. And I think there needs to be a lot more investment in terms of how we enable women to be a lot more successful and to build them from just entrepreneurs into sustainable businesses.
How I came to know about Nedbank was during a pitch competition hosted by T Township Enterprise Alliance. I pitched, and that's when I won my first 50,000 rand. And I'm proud to say that our first mixing drum at Tosh Detergents was from that fund. So Nedbank made it possible for us to move from a 25-liter bucket and a wooden spoon into a 200-liter mixing drum. As I was being part of the Nedbank database, a program came up called YouGrow, which was specifically for females. And I was fortunate to be part of the 7 women that are part of the program.
We've onboarded women onto the program. We've understood what their business needs are across many facets of the business. We've also taken the women through the personal diagnostic of understanding where they are at in terms of the capacity that they have to drive their businesses.
For me, it has been about personal development above everything, because we've got mentorship, we've got coaching, daily short clips that motivate you. Being part of YouGrow has also helped me as a leader. That program will stretch you and it will make you believe that you do have that capability to grow and to scale. And we have seen it come to life with the growth that Tosh has taken. We are currently in a 300 square meter factory space. We've also employed 7 more people. And for me, that growth has come through the mentorships and the teachings.
This opportunity really brings about the possibility for female entrepreneurs to be supported in a more meaningful way that is very tied closely to the growth of their businesses. And that's what we hold ourselves accountable to together with Nedbank.
As Nedbank, we are absolutely aggressive in making a significant impact and seeing how women can grow these businesses to become scalable and sustainable into the longer term. We have to focus around growing the township economies. And I think we need to be a lot more innovative in how we're thinking about financing in terms of making a true growth opportunity.
I am proud to say that I come from here. I was born in Soweto. And this township is amazing because we are a community that live for each other and we care for each other. And that's one of the reasons that I went into the property space and actually invest in this township.
I'm a town planner by profession and then property development and investment. The biggest challenge in doing property development is getting the property in the first place. The second challenge is accessing finance, because typically you would need surety or security.
When I decided to build this building, I found the land. And one of the challenges was securing finance, because with the traditional banks, they often don't have the risk appetite for township development.
For small businesses, the issue has always been about capital, the ability to get appropriate funding for the type of product you want to put to market.
In terms of township property development, most are an informal type of structure. So what we're trying to establish and accomplish is to formalize those structures and provide legal, safe rental accommodation, which is affordable for township tenants. And Umastandi is all about building rental property entrepreneurs in townships.
What Mastandi does, they cut out a lot of those requirements which would apply if you were getting funding from a traditional bank. And the application process is also straightforward and simple.
We try to take away the pain points for them by matching them with professionals, someone who's walked the journey, who knows both property finance, construction, property management, all the essential ingredients for success.
3,000 rand on the material. It's not too bad. Yeah. Mastandi believed in the vision and granted me finance and the support to actually be able to build this property. And they've really supported me, not just financially, even just to provide the technical skills and the support. The lighting is beautiful. Can you say that? What was important to me was making sure that I put together a great team that complements each other. We employ local people to make sure that the people around here do benefit in creating this property that we've built. This building is 8 units, and it's fully fledged apartments that we cater for the young professionals.
Soweto is very densely populated. The demand for housing outstrips supply. So what we're trying to do with these developments is put in more formalized units on the market that are compliant with all the regulations from the city. We're providing much needed accommodation.
So this is our kitchenette. It's going to have the sink on the side and then the 2 plates. There's so much potential in this area to create spaces that are beautiful, to uplift the community, the area, the property market.
We want townships to be areas of live, play, and work, where people can find quality, affordable housing. Nedbank was able to see the vision. They saw that townships need to be brought along.
We have a huge opportunity in terms of the youth in our country and the potential that they bring.
At Nedbank Insurance, we started the ESD program to really bridge the gap between unemployed youth and the services required by Nedbank Insurance as a business. We looked at our client claims patterns, and one of the patterns that stood out there was the continued growth for demand for the plumbing skill.
I always wanted to be an artisan. I always wanted to work with my hands. I was introduced to Nedbank 8360, which is a plumber's program.
They say if you're working with hands, you can never go hungry. So I was glad to get that opportunity.
From a procurement point of view, it's making sure that we're building suppliers who are sustainable and how we enable women to be a lot more successful and ultimately that they can grow into bigger, better, stronger businesses.
The Nedbank program was designed to specifically create opportunity for suppliers who were startups coming into the insurance environment. The idea was to equip them to settle insurance claims initially for Nedbank, but after a few months of operation, enable those companies to be able to service other insurance companies and other customers. Because we had taken candidates who weren't yet qualified in plumbing, we needed to qualify them technically. We also, at the same time, needed to prepare them for business.
There was really 2 phases that we had to focus on to ensure that our learners were market ready. Phase 1, it was really around getting them technically qualified and making sure that they're compliant to do business for us.
They were training technically and then working in the workplace with people. And then once they had qualified, they're now members of a professional association, and they also have developed their own business plan.
We were lucky to have mentors in every department because we didn't know anything about plumbing, we didn't know anything about finance.
One of the important parts of the construct for the program was that they could earn whilst they learned, which would translate into them investing in their business. So they were able to purchase a vehicle with a deposit for the vehicles. They were also able to purchase their tools and equipment for the business.
The second phase really around getting them ready was developing a rollout plan that teaches them whilst they are interacting with our clients.
They took us step by step and make sure that we understand what we are doing.
Each and every day we're learning new things. Now we are our own business owners. Nedbank gave us this opportunity.
One of the critical highlights for us was that they would be able to meet the service level agreements that they had signed. And if they could do that, they would be able to open up from Nedbank into other insurance companies. And they have done that. And they have earned their merit on these panels, which for us is just amazing, because that means they not only are meeting the installation and quality standards, but they are also scheduling their work well, they are communicating well with customers.
I want to see Real Deal grow and become successful and become everything that I never thought I can achieve in my life.
My big vision is to transform the township with the developments that I do. Yeah.
It's quite unbelievable for me to walk into a store and see my products there, because for the longest time it has just been a dream.
South Africa is so full of potential. As Nedbank, we have a critical role to play in terms of building society to be resilient, to be sustainable, and ultimately a truly transformed environment for the future.
The Gauteng Industrial Development Zone is tasked with establishing the OR Tambo Special Economic Zone. We develop a strategic economic infrastructure towards attracting investors to South Africa.
Gauteng still remains one of the very important regions in the continent. We account for a third of South Africa's GDP. We're the most industrialized region in the continent. So a lot of the growth that will happen in South Africa has to come from Gauteng.
We are located at the hub of the logistical network and framework of Gauteng. So location for us is very key. You've got Gautrain that goes to the international airport. You've got the air cargo facility. You've got the logistics coming in and out of the OR Tambo International Airport. So your location at the OR Tambo SEZ gives you that access in terms of moving your goods. So the concept of a special economic zone makes it so attractive for investors to be located in areas where they feel protected, where they feel supported by government with some tax incentives.
Beyond being the largest airport to facilitate passengers as well as cargo, I think OR Tambo on a daily basis employs some 30,000 people on site. We process around 4 million litres of jet fuel, facilitate some 65,000 passengers a day. But over and above that, I think in the East Rand and the Ekurhuleni Metro, the important role we play is that of an aerotropolis, meaning that we use the air platform to be able to sustain economic activities beyond just facilitation of passengers as well as cargo, but also particularly the GRGZ precinct partnerships with them, that we are able to collectively grow as well as create jobs, and importantly, be able to leverage synergies between the airport as well as themselves.
Strategic economic infrastructure, it's very key for economic development. We develop that infrastructure. Our intention is to ensure that within the context of the operations of the Special Economic Zone, we also have small businesses who benefit from the Special Economic Zones.
I love preparing food for people because it comes from my heart. You know, good food made with love, it tastes good. I'm the manager of the Jewel Cafe, and when I'm not here, weekend, I've got my own container that I'm selling food called Pinkylicious Restaurant.
GID, ngicela ukuthi ngizobancedisa mabana ama-meeting, then ngizokhona ukuset up a boardroom. So ukubanceda kwami babona ukuthi kungcono bangiphe iposition yokuba yi-coordinator hospitality. Ngajabula kakhulu ngingazi ukuthi ngingayenzani ngokuthi nokukhala. Ngibengakhala ngijabulile. Ngibonge OR.
We want to see communities thrive from the economic infrastructure that's there, the economic infrastructure which is geared towards boosting industrialization in South Africa.
So a lot of what we term broadly economic infrastructure, it may be things that are physical, but sometimes it may be that you create an ecosystem, you create an environment where there's entrepreneurs and people are close to each other. They can, one, share ideas, but they can also leverage on infrastructure for prototyping, for them to be scaled. The Innovation Hub was then to be one of the platforms to commercialize those ideas. So in there you have, again, physical buildings that have been built. You have entrepreneurs that are there who are being incubated. They will get some level of funding, but beyond, they will interact with other entrepreneurs and also have access to the facilities around.
My name is Tato Kaku, and I am the UI UX designer at Buleho Technologies. Basically, we are a small tech company. We develop websites and make web applications that have an impact on the community. We started at the Innovation Hub back in 2009, and we were in the incubation program.
We are tasked to drive economic development using innovation and using research and development. We take entrepreneurs from ideation, ensure that they have resources for them to drive innovation, so they build businesses that are sustainable.
All of these zones and investment ultimately must lead to economic growth. That is the measure we're all gonna look at, but also it needs to be inclusive. More small businesses participating in the economy, and generally our income levels for most Gauteng citizens improving, to create prosperity.
The idea is to ensure trade and investment within the context of Gauteng, and we focus squarely on attracting investors to OR Tambo Special Economic Zone. We're developing Precinct 2. It's going to be multi-sectoral. So pharmaceuticals, agro-processing, extending the jewelry manufacturing. And we're very excited to be part of the development of the road of the Aerotropolis itself. We engaged the Green Building Council of South Africa to help us design a facility which is going to be in line with the concept of green building. So they are helping us to ensure that the right things happen from a construction perspective.
A green building is one that is resource efficient at an infrastructure level, water efficiency, energy, transport, the materials that go into development. It also looks at economic prosperity. How is the development creating jobs for the surrounding communities, providing buildings that have good access to public transport? It's really a holistic approach that we take as the Green Building Council to say, this building is green.
If you look at the SEZ that's adjacent to us, we have been deep in discussions around how is it that we use and leverage new energy sources together.
We have been appointed by GIDZ to install the bulk infrastructure. What that entails is mass earthworks, sewage lines, water lines, electricity, basically all the services that are required for the developments that are going to take place.
What is important for us is that Precinct 2 changes the face of Ekurhuleni from an employment perspective, job creation perspective, from small businesses, from the community around the special economic zone.
The site is close to the airport, and it will create a lot of opportunities even for the local people to get jobs, including the local SMEs will get an opportunity to participate in this program. What I do, I recruit for labor for the local subcontractors to participate, to make sure that is transparent to everyone.
Currently, we have a couple of local SMMEs appointed on site. One SMME is appointed to construct a boundary wall around the fence that side. We have another SMME appointed to construct a open-light concrete drain for us. That's going to be around the perimeter of the site. Then we also have a big SMME that is going to install the electricity for us from the cargo substation all the way along the R21 along Atlas Road to the premises.
I've been doing construction now for 9 years. It's one of those industries that I got into and I just fell in love, And the curiosity just grows every day. Here we're doing stone pitching. It's a stormwater channel stone pitching. We're gonna do it around the entire site. This, for me, is the biggest single opportunity that I've had. It's the biggest project that the company has had. And projects like these bring a lot of hope and a lot of encouragement to us as SMMEs. Because you work with a big company like Lone Rock, so you actually see the value that you are adding. And in terms of opportunities for the community, more than 50 people have been employed.
It's quite exciting for the community to get opportunities. And we recently hired young people
so that they can also get experience and exposure.
We have informal settlements around the area that don't have a lot of work, they don't have a lot of job opportunities. So the idea is for those guys to benefit out of the project by getting opportunities, developing their companies, building their skills, and hopefully at the end of the day, being able to go into another job and actually do work there as well.
You get some of the guys that started as general workers. Now they are learning a skill. So by the time they finish the project, who knows how much the project would have changed their lives.
Entrepreneurship is not easy, but success is achievable. So spaces like these help create companies that hopefully create jobs for people that leave a mark in the South African landscape.
Seeing an entrepreneur coming from just a document written down from an idea and an entrepreneur walking out of these facilities with an export facility, playing in a global space, for me, that's much more fulfilling.
Industrialization means life, means jobs, means more hospitals, more clinics, more schools, etc. So we believe the Special Economic Zone is the cornerstone of, a community in South Africa.
We really are excited to be partnering with the GIDZ. It really gives us the opportunity to showcase sustainable infrastructure at scale.
It is very important that we relate with AXA, we relate with the city of Ekurhuleni, we relate with other government departments that are in the economic development space so that we all work together towards one goal. And the one goal is just growing the footprint of the logistics network in South Africa. Most investors are now looking at penetrating the African market through the OR Tambo International Airport. So it's exciting that we have all these stakeholders coming together towards one goal, and the goal is to develop the economy of South Africa.
I think more than anything, that feeling of growing something from nothing and seeing it 10 years down the line and looking back, looking at the challenges you've gone through, looking at how much growth you've achieved. For me, those things give me the excitement to continue.